say, you know how everything you read on the internet is true.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to just say there's something out there that says that my husband and I, who own 2 acres on Vanahassie Lane, also own 26 acres somewhere, and whoever knows where that 26 acres is, please let us know, because he better get cutting that grass, and
Where's that at?
Mrs. Spear better get sending us the taxes for it, because we haven't paid it ever.
Who put it online? Who said that online?
Oh, I don't know.
So, good evening, board and township citizens. I am Charlotte Colbert, and once again, I'm here to talk about the Mingo Church sewage project.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'd like to stipulate that I'm speaking here for myself and only others that desire the public sewage. I would also like to make myself clear that I'm not a civil engineer, nor am I an attorney. But as an educated layperson, I assure you I can read, comprehend, and interpret data that I've received from the DEP, the disclosed and undisclosed information at these meetings, as well as research I've done on my own. I'm no longer the naive resident we first met in April when I asked what was going on with this project from at least 3 people that are here concealed information that was later pried out of them.
Oh, yeah?
Zooming into the present, last Saturday morning on our way to our granddaughter's last soccer meet, we were driving up Mingo Church with the car vents open, and all I can say is I wish I could have captured the lovely fresh air so all of you could have experienced it. You know, the Mingo Church neighborhood where everyone has this first-rate sewage system. Yes, I do understand most of the 104 people in this project area have septic systems that work now. But that isn't the entire point of this struggle. We need the security that public sewage provides. The DEP states in its brochure that the life of a septic system is an average of, and this is a real shocker to you, 15 to 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
It says it can be longer if properly maintained. I don't have statistics on these 104 homes, but I bet if you check, many of these homes' septic systems are within the upper age range. We personally get our tanks pumped every 2 years. This year was a cost of $350, but that's all we do. If this board thinks the people in this area of this project can't afford to tap into sewage, to a sewage system, how do they think we're going to afford a bank loan with a much higher interest rate over a shorter term to put in a new sewage system if theirs fails? But that won't be the township's problem, now will it? A sewage system, as I have become intimately aware, simply stated, is made up of a tank or tanks for the solid waste and a leach bed, also referred to as a drain field. The way it works is fundamental. All water runs out of your house from one main drainage pipe into your tank. The tank holds the wastewater until the solids settle to the bottom and the liquid wastewater, or effluent, exits into the leach bed where it's supposed to percolate into the soil, where it removes the harmful bacteria and viruses that we pass in our feces. It's a 2-step process. This leads me to the dye test notion. According to a Pennsylvania DEP website, dye testing cannot confirm the absence of a malfunction. Another article called What a Septic Dye Test Can Tell You plainly states that as popular as the septic dye test method is, its usefulness is highly limited. Dye test failures are rare, and when a system does fail, it's usually already showing signs of leaks or clogs, such as backed up toilets and drains, sewage odors, and standing water around the tank and drain field. It's also possible to get inaccurate results by using too little or too much water. In other words, a septic dye test isn't enough to prove a septic system is working, only that a total and complete failure exists. And what about the second step of the sewage process, the part where the soil removes the viruses and bacteria? That isn't addressed at all with the dye test. That makes me sick even to think about it. All of this leads to Mr. Maple's fixation on this need for everyone to get a dye test, to see if we are in grievous need to warrant public sewage.
No, he's not.
To warrant public sewage.
Huh?
On March 28th, 2024, Mr. Maple wrote to Attorney Charlotte Colbert of the DEP. I believe he wrote to her because of the consent order, and that the dye testing is really just a red herring, probably to get the township off the hook and put the onus back on the Mingo Church area homeowners. I suspect the real desire is to get the permanent solution portion of the consent order stricken or modified by using the nonsense about the Harshman study to justify these dye tests.
Oh boy.
And then the results of the dye test will, of course, give a legal exit for the township to deny us public sewage, because we will not be able to meet the second failure rate standard. What I'm saying is because it is almost impossible to fail this dye test, there will not be enough homes with a full-fledged breakdown of their sewage system to count towards the need. All we want is to be treated like the Finlandole Rama residents were treated. Did they need dye tests?
Uh-huh.
Did they need it?
They did it. I don't know whether or not they needed it, but they did it.
Did they have 8 of the 24 homes fail those dye tests?
I can get back to you. I was an audience member when they
Okay.
used the dye test.
Because that would be 30%. Or did they get sewage only because they sued the township? Okay? So what is the real reason the township wants this project stopped? I just don't understand why this board doesn't want to rise to the occasion to help its citizens move into a more secure future. What say all of you? Let's hear your answers on the public record, not just behind closed doors.
That's
I am hoping the rest of the board will not just give in and go along. We need you to help us and to fight for our cause. Do you own research on dye testing? Do you do your own research on dye testing? Or you're welcome to look at my book. I have all kind of research on it. You're welcome to come to my house, sit down with us, have coffee. I'll make a cake, whatever it takes. And I'll give you copies of my information. Just don't give up on us. We're your Union Township neighbors. We're not strangers. Okay? Thank you, everyone.